नमस्कार। आप सभी लोग अपने अपने घरों पर सकुशल होंगे तथा लॉकडाउन और अनलॉक वन के नियमों का पालन कर रहे होंगे। सो स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स मूव टू आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक। इन द प्रीवियस टॉपिक वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट the structure and organization level in animals, in which we are talking about the tissues, especially about the animal tissues, in which we talk about the epithelial tissue and its type, right? Means on its general basis and their functions also, on the basis of structures also. Let's move to another topic, that is the muscular tissue. Means generally, as we all know that these muscles can always helpful for our all mechanisms or all body works, right? Only if we talk about the muscular tissue, especially in the mammals, that is 40% of our body weight is because of the muscles, right? So if we can talk about this specific type of tissues, especially it can be shows some specific things, right? So we can say generally the muscle tissue consists of elongated and contractile cells, that is called muscles or the myocytes, right? Or we can say and the nature of the muscle cells are also elongated, so they are also known as the muscles fiber, and it can develop from the mesoderm. Means that the development of the muscles fibers is always from the mesoderm. The cells are surrounded by the connective tissues, and each muscles cells are covered by a membranes that is called the sarcolemma. They can always attached, always covered with the help of a covering layer that is called the sarcolemma over there, right? As well as we can say this layer, it can consist a plasma membrane and basement membrane. The cytoplasm myocytes is called the cytoplasm, and the endoplasmic reticulum is known as cytoplasmic reticulum, and the mitochondria is known as sacrosomes. Means especially in the muscles tissue, it is controlled or developed with the help of the basement membrane that is called sacroplasm in place of the plasma cytoplasm, right? Reticulum change in the sacroplasmic reticulum, and the mitochondria change in the sacrosomes. So we can say the myoglobin keeps the reserve oxygen for the immediately supplying during the muscles activity. Means generally these myoglobins can be always helpful for the supplying of the oxygens, but we can say that it also provides a light pinkish color to the muscles, and the muscles cells may be uninucleate and the multinucleate, so different ways, okay? As well as we can say the contractile structures of muscle cells are called myofibrils, and the myofibrils made up of the myofilaments, and the myofilaments are two types, that is called the thicker myosin and thinner actin. Means there are different types of contractile protein which are known as like this. There are myosin and the actin. The contractions of the muscles is response to the stimulations occurs due to the sliding of the actin filaments passing over the myosin. Means generally contraction can be muscles can be contract on the basis of the sliding of these actin and myosin filament over to each other. So we can say the contracted muscles fibers relax and return to their uncontracted state in the condition of the dead pressure. So these are different ways through which this can be capable to develop or move from over there. Let's move another thing, that is the classification of the muscle tissue. Means how the muscle tissue can be classified in different categories, right? Especially on the different basis, we can say on the basis of their structure, location and the functions, the muscles can be classified into three categories, that is the striated muscles, non-striated muscles and the cardiac muscles. And sometimes these striated muscles are also known as skeletal or the voluntary muscles. Non-striated muscles are known as unstripped, visceral or the smooth involuntary muscles, and the last one, that is the cardiac muscles. So let's begin to start our topic, that is the striated muscles. Striated muscles, or we can say stripped muscles or the voluntary muscles or the skeletal muscles. As we have already talked about this one, means the striated or the skeletal muscles forms about 40% of the total body weight. as we are talking in the previous one. Means the muscles are attached and brings about the movement of the various bones on the skeletons, or so we can say. So they are also known as the skeletal muscles because these can always helpful for the making our movement of our body. Means without these skeletal muscles, our body cannot be, any part cannot be able to move. So we can say they are also known as the skeletal muscles because these skeletal muscles are attached to the skeleton one. If we talk about the skeletal muscles, they can give the shape to the body and also release the heat during the contractions. These muscles have huge supply of nerves and the blood vessels, and each skeletal muscles long, narrow, cylindrical, unbranched structure. If we can talk about another things, that the skeletal muscles fibers are multinucleated and in nature, and the cytoplasm, that is called a sacroplasm, not the cytoplasm, of each fiber has a large number of myofibrils. Myofibrils means actin and myosin proteins, or actin and myosin fibrils, which are tightly packed. Each myofibril shows the dark and the light bands stripped alternate with each other, so it is also known as stripped muscles fiber are called so on. So as you can see in this one, that these can show the different bandages over there, z disc, h zone, and the z disc, so on. So they can be always shows this light band and the dark band over there. Means if we can talk about this light and dark band, what about that? We can say that the dark bands, they are the antistotic structures, or they can be called the antistotic A band, and they, it is middle part is light and the termed as a Hansen's line or the Z zone, right? On the other hand, light band, that is known as isotropic, which can, we can say they are known as I band or alpha I band. It has the membrane, it can be middle called the membrane of the creases or Z lines or Z bands, so it is zigzag in the structures. So these can be, this dark band, light band and dark band are found over there in the stated muscles. So after that we have to come to get the next one, that is, we can say another anatomical structures of these skeletal muscles. We will talk them in later one in the in body movement lesson. You will talk about how they can be slide, how these actin and myosin fibrils can be acted over each other. This we are talking about the types of muscles in which we have to just come to get the another thing, the another type of muscles, that is, we can say the unstated muscles or the smooth or visceral or involuntary muscles, right? If we talk about this non-stated or smooth muscles, these non-stated muscles are found in the posterior part of the esophagus, stomach, intestine, long urinogenital tract, urinary bladder, blood vessels, iris, ciliary muscles or eye of the eye, and dermis of the skin. Means it can be found all these parts over there. We can found over there, right? Or we can say these non-stated muscles consist of the long, narrow, spindle-shaped fibers that can generally shorter than the stated muscles. If we can talk about the size, may be range from 20 micrometer to the 500 micrometer, which can be present in the uterus of the pregnant woman, right? Or pregnant uterus also, or the 20 micrometer, that is small blood vessels are found over there. If we talk about that, each of the non-stated muscles fibers contains a single oval nucleus in them. You can just see in the diagrams over there that this can be always shown with the help of this diagram, single oval nucleus over there, right? Generally it is always in the middle parts of that muscles. In the cytoplasm, the myofibrils are arranged longitudinally, right? And they are composed of the myosin, and there is no sarcolemma, and however the fibers enclosed by the plasma membrane. If there is no sarcolemma, so there is no another type of cytoplasm and so on, right? So if we can talk about that, these muscles can be do the different structures. Or if we talk some other things, they can always help for the functions of involuntary, means the function which cannot be just under control of our will, right? So it is also known as involuntary muscles. If we talk about the smooth muscles, help in the peristalsis, which occurs in the tubular viscera, especially if you all have known or aware about this functions, that is peristalsis, especially it's the process of the passing out the food through the esophagus itself, means contraction relaxation of the esophagus. That process is because of the smooth muscles occur over there, right? So this that process known as peristalsis. And we can say the autonomic nervous systems controls these muscles, hence they are not under the control of animals will, means generally we can say the autonomic nervous system, any ANS nervous system can always helpful for the controlling of these muscles. That's why we can say these muscles are not bound in and under the control of any living organism over there. So it is most important thing about this one. So after that we can talk about the next one, next third type of the muscles, that is known as the cardiac muscles over there, right? What about these cardiac muscles? As we first of all talk, cardiac muscles are contractile tissues present only in the heart and it in the wall of large veins which are enter the heart, right? Generally these cardiac muscles tissues are present especially in the heart, as well as the different veins which are come, or the walls which are come in the heart one. And the cardiac muscles fiber shows the characteristics of the both unstricted and striated muscles, means it can be acts like both one, means like the striated muscles as well as the non-striated muscles. So it can show the both structures over there, both mechanisms over there. So we can say the cardiac muscles fibers show the characters of both the unstripped and the stripped muscles fibers, and each fibers long and cylindrical structures which has the definite sarcolemma, and the fibers are uninucleated and the nuclei lies near the center over there. So or we can say that the myofibrils have the transverse faint dark and the light bands which alternate with each other, and the different special features of these cardiac muscles, that we can say especially these muscle fibers are supplied with the both central and the autonomic nervous systems and are not under the will of the animals, right? Means evenly we can say they are also non-voluntary muscles, right? And these fibers are get fatigue, never get fatigue, means generally there is a main thing that these muscle fibers is never get fatigue, means कभी भी ये muscle fiber थकते नहीं है. That's why our heart is continue to be in always in the working conditions. Or we can say the blood capillaries penetrate the cardiac muscles fibers, hence they have very rich blood supply over there. Or these fibers have the property of the contraction even when they are isolated from the body temporarily, means they can be shows these properties that they can be always for the such structures over there, and they can be evenly they can choose their property of contraction even whenever they can be outside the body. In that condition they can also show the such things. Then if we talk about the functions of the muscular tissue, these involved in the movement of the body parts, locomotion of the organism to maintain the position of the various part of the body, means these muscles can be always regulate such type of thing. It can always, they are always involved in the movement about the body parts and the locomotion of the organism. Evenly we can say the muscles are responsible for the heartbeat, production of sound, and the peristalsis in the tubular viscera, especially during the alimentary canal, right? Evenly the muscles support the bones and other structures also for the development of the skeletal systems or the framework of the body. Evenly the muscles are essential during the parturition, and these muscles can also helpful for the parturition process during the delivery time of the any fetus from the female body, right? So this way we can say these are the different muscles which can be always acts over. So students, you all must try to make the notes on the basis of these muscles. First of all, you know what are these muscles are, how they can be formed over there, and on the basis of their structures, on the basis of their origin and locations, their classification must be known, and you should be always draw their diagrams properly, because it is most important thing for all of you. They are very important things. So many times it can be asked over there, and later while you will talk about the movement in the organisms, in that lesson you will properly study how the this actin and myofibril, or the myofibrils, actin and myosin protein can be acts over there for the moment of the living beings. So you must prepare your notes with the this topic. Thank you.